Hello, everybody. Ready to take on quite a character? I'm ready to take on quite a character. We've got the Lion Knight fight. Let's jump into it. There's some cards out here. This is specific rules. We'll go over our character setups first, though. So we know who was being brought along, because I had to do that in advance this time. So we got Rito here. She has the rawhide set. Whisker Heart, Vespertine Bow, Lucky Charm, 2 blue. So she has her 2 luck tokens. She has 2 evasion for the vest, the monster grease, and because this is a nemesis battle, we get the extra 2 survival for sculptures. So she'll cap out at 11, 4, and 6, plus the 2 for the gloves and the boots. So tons of survival for everybody. Ike, of course, is coming along. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on all this stuff here. He is insane while departing, which I forgot about. So Quixotic is gonna kick in, and then he'll get 1 for Quixotic, plus he'll cap with departing. Survival. He's got his usual stuff. Monster Grease. He's got the other rawhide to try and circumvent his bad evasion, because now he's at negative evasion. So I want to help him out. Alright. Favor, new kids coming along. Favor is carrying the round leather shield and is going into full support mode. And there's a reason why they have the round leather shield. But before we move on to why that is, he'll get the 6 departing survival, 2 for sculpture, 4 for getting out of there. Dried acanthus, fecal salve, it's another 3. I think that about does it for him. And then he's got Skull Helm on top, the cello carrier. He gets no tokens, so very bare bones for Warriors. Then we have Toadette here, and I decided to have Toadette carry the leather cuirass, or the leather set. I also wanted her to carry the rawhide drums just to support, and I wanted to try out the tool belt to get a ton of evasion. So we're getting 3 evasion for this. And then we're getting another 2 evasion for this. So she's at 5. Now, I would have liked to equip this to a different character, someone who has natural evasion, like say Ruto, make her super dodgy. But Ruto is the best chance to do damage at the same time. So I opted for her to do damage, and she's always a threat, as we know. She's got her freaking rock that I've yet to be able to replace. Maybe I can get lucky and get rid of that. So departing survival, she'll get 2 insanity for the mask. She'll get the 6 for departing. She'll get 2 more for the bracers, and I think that about does it for her. Oh, she gets another insanity for having the drum when she departs. Alright. Now, with that, we're ready to enact the fight with the Lion Knight. So let's introduce ourselves to him first. There was once a monster who was shunned by its creator and left to wander the darkness. Lost in the world of humans, it was driven insane in its attempts to comprehend them. Now, the only reality it accepts exists deep inside its hollow, broken mind. Alright. So he's crazy, and that's why he puts on stage shows, I suppose. But here's the gimmick. There are roles to play. Now, according to the rule book, these 3 roles are always given out randomly, but you can choose who the villain is going to be. The villain is always doomed, and if they die, the showdown is over. So we're playing protect the villain here. Next thing to do is divvy out the other 3 abilities randomly. So we'll just do it like that. So we have the ruler, the fool, and the damsel. So the ruler, while you have this, suffer -2 movement. You can exchange roll cards with a survivor adjacent to you. So -2 movement, that's actually pretty okay. I was kind of hoping she would be the ruler. Alright. Because she's got the bow. The fool! When you gain this, reduce armor points at your waist location to 0. Oh boy. Add 2 to your severe injury rolls, though. And you can taunt the Lion Knight. All knockdown survivors will stand up. And then enraged, the Lion Knight drops everything, targets you, and performs Outburst. I think for my plan to succeed, we don't ever want him to do that. In fact, I don't know what the strategy behind doing this is unless you're desperate to save someone's life. That's the only time you would want to do that. And then we have the damsel. Damsel is not a threat. Cannot gain the priority target token. If you surge to attack, the Lion Knight targets you and performs Outburst at the end of your attack. So, honestly, the way these rolls just divvy themselves out is practically flawlessly for me and my purposes. The only problem is... Actually, no, there is no problem. He can surge and block, which is what I want if I need it. So, we're set up 3 spaces away from each corner of the Lion Knight. He has 2 Showdown setups. A level 1 Lion Knight, which is what we're fighting. This is the first time we're fighting him. And then the level 2+, 2 or higher, would be with all his stage props. So they're introducing you to the fight the first time with only the rolls, I guess, to keep in mind so you're not overwhelmed with complexity. Let me just double check here. Yeah, we're defending our home. We go first. So it is our turn to start the fight. Before we do that, let's introduce ourselves to Mr. Lion Knight. 7 movement, 10 toughness. He's got 12 AI cards. He gives out the roll cards, and then he has Zeal. At the end of each monster turn, he gets a free basic action, which is pretty scary. Only does 2 damage as opposed to 3, but he throws 4 dice, and he targets the villain, aka high evasion builds. I highly recommend if you can pull it together, because you're gonna need to dodge a lot of dice. He also causes bash, which makes the leather set really good against him, since you ignore bash. So he'll do that at the end of every turn because he's cool like that. And then Outburst. So anytime he performs Outburst, target loses 1 survival. They exchange their roll card with the villain. So the only reason why you want to do this is to take the villain card so he doesn't come after you. Or after whoever, if the villain became really weak. And then discard any unresolved AI cards, perform basic action, then if it is the Lion Knight's turn, you end it. So, we want to avoid triggering Outburst. We do get to go first. Alright, what do I want to do first? Because I don't know what to expect with this guy. I just kind of want to cut into him right off the get-go and see what happens before I do the slow grind. I think. I'm thinking I want to do 3 hits with the bow, and we'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are exactly 6 away. Ruto will shoot her. Vespertine bow will shoot it normally. So hits on 6s. We have 2 accuracy. Hits on 4s. Let's see if we can get some damage in right off the bat. I don't know what to expect with his cards or anything, so I figured this would be the best way to just get in there. Plus, we're at a distance. Usually when you're at a distance, it's pretty safe. So let's see. Stage fight. Reflex. Attacker loses 2 armor points at a random hit location. If they are adjacent, the attacker suffers knockback 7. Full move the Lionite towards the attacker. If your wound attempt failed, place this card back on top of the hit location deck instead of into the discard pile. Alright. Biting Spleen. Lionite tenses. If the attacker is the fool, the Lionite gains -2 toughness until the end of the attack. Critical wound. He'll be flabbergasted. The attacker gains the priority target token. If the attacker is the fool, the monster gains +1 damage. Ah, it's a good thing the fool's not attacking him at the moment. I need to verify something. Full move towards. Does that mean he stops in front of somebody, or does he end up on top of somebody? Because I don't think I've seen that wording before. Correct me if I'm mistaken. The Beetle Knight full moves towards his ball. No, I don't see anything here. Showdown rules, terrain cards, roll cards, 5 to 6 player variant. Hit location, he can parry, expansion, tactics, deck, we know how that stuff works. Ageless Apprentice, I won't spoil that. Black mask, white mask, hybrid armor sets. Okay. Uninvited. Alright, it doesn't say here. I'm gonna need to check the core rulebook. Let me get the showdowns back up. This is in the glossary. That would be pretty nice. Because I need to know if he's gonna land on her and knock her back with collision, or if he'll end his turn in front of her. So I actually don't know. Move. Monster, most, least. Move and attack. Movement, mood. No. Do you have like a move towards? Alright, we're gonna have to dig in. I apologize. This will be a slow start real quick. I won't be too much longer. Let me open the PDF. And of course I'll let you guys see what I'm looking at too, so you're not staring at Tabletop Simulator. Boom! PDF. Right. Move towards. Where would that be? Monsters. It'll probably be in the showdown phase rules. So we want page 65-ish. Alright, showdown phase. Playing moods and traits. Move and attack. What about move towards? Pick target. Monster movement. Move and attack target. Variants of move and attack. Let me zoom in here. Materialize and attack, move and intimidate, move and attack, blah blah. No. No. Monster movement. When an action instructs a monster to move toward the target, the monster controller must identify the shortest path between the monster and the target, then move the monster miniature along that path until it is adjacent to the target or has no... Okay, so it is adjacent. Yeah, I didn't really think about move toward, but when you do the move and attack profile, it always moves towards the target until it's adjacent and then attacks if adjacent, so I probably should have known. Alright, I just need to verify. So he's not going to like step all over her. So we can do this one first. We can actually do the biting spleen first, just to keep him away from me. Because if he is next to us, then he would do the knockback. Well, that wouldn't happen. That's on the same cards. Never mind. We'll roll the wound. We get a 6. 6 and 6 is 12 plus 2. It's 14. So we do wound. We do not crit. It's deadly, and we have 2 luck. So we crit on 7s. But we do cause 1 wound here. Alright, now we'll roll the wound again. Let me get these dice out of here. And we get a 1. So we do not wound. He will reflex though. And he'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. I could find out. Hard to tell if he would go up. It looks like he would have gone left. So, yeah, for determining, as I've been playing this game and growing more experience, for determining which direction they would lean, I've been doing the drawing a line more often than not. So he's over there. We missed this one. That was a pretty good turn, though. I'm just going to do it again. Let's surge and attack. I don't know. I want to see what the worst that can happen is. So we get our survival back. We'll shoot the bow at full capacity in his face. Get an 8, 9, and a 6. That's a lot of hits. That is a lot of hits. Valiant right leg. Valiant left leg. Dauntless repel. Alright, well this is first strike. So we have to do this first. Wound attempts in this location fail unless it's a crit, it's a parry. If you hit with a K-tar, you're knocked down and end your attack. Oh, wow. Lion Knight countering K-tar users, huh? Failure. All adjacent survivors suffer bash. Knockback 7. Full move the Lion Knight towards the closest threat. Okay, hopefully I don't fail. It shouldn't be hard to fail this guy. The critical wound. Is this fight even real? King 3 Insanity. So, left leg. He'll feint left, turn the monster to face the attacker, then without turning, move it 2 spaces to its left. And you go to the right. Interesting. None of those would matter for her, as we have the bow. So let's do the first strike and not fail. He doesn't seem so bad so far. Alright, we got 2. 6 and 2 is 8, and 2 is 10. So I actually rolled the minimum to cause a wound, which is good. So no failure. Oh, actually it is a failure. We have to crit. It's a parry location, right. So that is a total failure. We will get knockback 7, bash. So 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. He parried us. He parried her arrow. Teehee. And he'll go towards the closest threats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Closest threat is going to be Ike. So he's in Ike's face now. And then these get discarded. That's a shame. Those are good hit locations. Okay. So he has parries. And he has some other stuff in there. But so far I haven't seen anything that's super disgusting. I'm sure there's disgusting items in there. We can play a little safer now. Let's scry the hit location deck with yellow. I don't want to hit a super dense location if I'm going to go in and swing with the Zanbato, which I'm about to do. So the buckle. Cancel this reaction if the attacker has any noisy gear in their gear grid. Turn the Lion Knight to face the attacker and move 1 space backwards. You have noisy gear, right? No, no noisy gear. So he would turn and jump back. Cancel this reaction if they have any noisy gear. Turn the Lion Knight to face the attacker and move 3 spaces forward. Oh, so he looks like he just keeps dancing around a lot. So ranged weapons are once again really good against him. This one would knock me down. This one would cause collision. Lion Knight clutches its chest. If the attacker is the damsel, undo any wounds caused by this hit and perform heal 1. Critical hit. Cupid's arrow. The Lion Knight is knocked down. If the attacker is the damsel, the monster suffers an additional wound instead. This is safe. And then we don't have noisy gear, so I'd rather not be knocked down. We can do the Valiant Buckle next, because he'll jump backwards, and that would be fine. Whoops, I didn't mean to put that there. Okay. So that was yellow. And now we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just want to keep yellow as far away as possible. Unless he needs to be in there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get behind him with Ike. And we'll swing the Zanbato. Oh, I did cause a wound with the bow on Ruto, and I believe she is bow proficient. Yeah, so let me mark that. We got a 6. 6 will definitely be a hit in the blind spot, plus we are specialized grand weapon. So we will get the 1 hit. The lover's heart. We are not the damsel. We are the fool. I already have Devastating 1 on this, so I guess I'll just benefit from Abyssal Sadist. I'm just making sure, is there anything else I need to keep in mind? I don't think so. Let's just roll a wound. Let's do some damage. Let's hurt this guy. Get a 3. 3 and 6 is 9. And 2 will be 11, so we will cause a wound. He'll clutch his chest, but it's not the damsel doing it, so. He's not truly heartbroken. 2 damage for the Devastating, and we are Abyssal Sadist. So the first time I wound him, I get a survival and an insanity. It's too bad I'm not peerless. That would be quite the combo. So I will surge. We'll roll to get that back, the rawhide. We do not. It's okay. And I will attack again. I think we hit on 4s. Maybe 3s. Definitely not 2s though. We have 1 accuracy, so we hit on 3s in his back. Yeah. Oh, I gotta remember, we knocked down for crits. Alright, I missed that one though. So his next hit location, he's going to jump back. And then the one after that, he's going to jump forward. So that just leaves Amoongus, the villain, left. Amoongus is literally here just to take hits. And maybe even dance and run away from him. So we know the basic action. He targets the villain. His movement is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just come over here. I should have scried his AI deck. Besides just doing wounds. Ooh. So I don't know what to expect. Guess we'll find out. That'll end our turn 1. Lion Knight. Encore. Place the Lion Knight in the center of the showdown board. Place all survivors on the spaces where they started the showdown. Remove all roll cards from all survivors. A random survivor gains the villain roll. Shuffle the remaining cards and give 1 to each. No! This was literally perfect. Alright, I'm gonna count on you, Fate. 2, 3. Everyone's getting placed back where we started. Or I guess you could place them in different locations if you wanted to. Yeah, over here. Encore. What a weird attack. So all of these are getting divvied up. Oh, I put the villain roll down there. Since it's a random survivor that gains the villain role card, I'm just gonna deal them all out randomly now, instead of determining through a dice roll who gets it, because this is just as random. If it said a random other survivor, like if the person who was villain can't be villain again. Alright, the villain is Ruto. So Ruto is now doomed. And the villain. Ike is the fool. The ruler is for Roar. And the damsel is Toadette. So what I need to do here is use the ruler card to exchange. So it's our turn. Ruto gets up. He's got -2 movement. So the first thing I want to do, we'll have Toadette go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll actually come over here and attack. Because I am trying to level up Fist and Teeth. And I know the next 2 hit locations are safe. So let's get in there with Toadette. Get a 1. Get a 6. That's not a hit. Well, is the 6 a hit? I don't think we have accuracy. No, we hit on 8. So no hits. I'll surge. We'll try again. We'll surge. May as well try to claw him. 2. And another 6. That's bullshit, man. It rolled off the 10 2 times. I'm also going to waste the survival to dash. And we're going to go 1, 2. We'll go here with the dash. Alright, for Roar. 1, 2, 3. We're going to spend our action to exchange Ruler with Damsel. And then I need to get Toadette near Ruto on the next turn. Supposed to be minus movement. Alright. So that happened. For Roar, will I'm going to surge and block just to be safe. I've got survival, I may as well spend it. Let's have Ike 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have Ike come up here. We'll swing the Zanbato. He's the fool, right? Get a critical hit. Not that that matters for our weapon. So right, he'll jump backwards with this. We do get a 6. That will be a wound, so it's the first time we wound this round. We'll gain the insanity and survival for Sadist. We'll do 2 damage. And we don't have noisy gears, so we don't cancel the reflex. He'll jump back 1. Then I will dash and get in his face. We're gonna cut this man down. I get that back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess I can't get behind him, so we'll just stay in his face. We'll surge. Okay, I lose the surge. And then we'll swing the Zanbato again. Zanbato isn't cumbersome, right? I just need to double check. So I get a 4. I hit on 5, 4. I do hit on 4. Also, we caused a wound with the Zanbato. So that's 2 weapon XP divvied out. You don't have one. You're new, right? I just need to get Fist and Teeth in there. That'd be great. Okay, he is going to move forward. Oh, he turns. Never mind, he turns. I should have shot the bow from an angle. Maybe I'll crit. Who knows? We are deadly. No, no crit. That's okay. So 2 more wounds for the devastating. He's going to move forward 3. 1, 2, 3, and he is going to knock us down while he passes through us, which is fine. Ruto! I'm going to do the single shot of the bow. So let's do that. I got a 2. That is a hit. Fiendish Brow. Lion Knight is exhilarated. If the attacker is the villain, end their act and end the survivor's turn. Well, that's a funny irony that happened to be the case. I can't run away now. 8. I do cause a wound. That's a crit? Oh yes, that's a crit. We ignore the reflex because we're deadly and we have 2 luck. Good, good. A snarl accompanied by a smile. The attacker draws an extra hit location for this attack. Oh. Lion Knight's pretty feisty, isn't he? Stage fight. Attacker loses 2 armor points at a random hit location. If they are adjacent, we would get the knockback. Can I crit again? Get a 6. It's not a crit. So I lose 2 armor points for some reason. I don't really understand why a stage fight would make me lose armor, but we lose 2 arms. I did roll a 6. That'll be another wound on him. Level 1 Lion Knight doesn't seem so bad, I have to say. Since our turn's not over, I get to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doomed, so I can't dash. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I come over here. Well, here, let me get the minimum distance. So he's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, I don't have to run that far away. I was at the starting location. I was over here. So let's go. And just to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I figured I was in range of the 9 distance single shot. But I didn't check it. Yeah, excuse me for a moment. I need a drink. Alright, Mr. Lion Knight. I know this isn't your true form. Not until we fight the level 2 you. But you're going down, man. So okay, I actually can't get that close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go here. Yeah, we're just out of range. Alright, that's good. That'll end our turn. Oh, I forgot to perform the basic attack when he did Encore. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make up for that. I'm going to make up for it. After he did Encore, he definitely would have basic attacked her. So we're going to perform this twice. That way I don't have to reset the board positions, but I definitely forgot about Zeal. Alright, so we're going to do his AI card and then do his Outburst or Zeal 2 times. Hyperactive Strike. Closest non-villain threat in range. That would be Favor as threat. Move and attack. Oh, facing the wrong way there. 1, 2, 3. It's a good thing I blocked. 4 dice, 2 up accuracy, 2 damage. After damage, suffer bash. Full move the Lion Knight towards the villain. Any survivors passed over gain a bleeding token. Oh boy. He's coming after the villain. Alright, 4 dice on our naked character here who has 1 evasion. So 1 miss, 2 miss, 2 hits. We get to block 1 and dodge 1, so we'll be fine. Get the head and the body. Block the head, we'll dodge the body. And then after damage, there was no damage. So would he move if there was no damage? I don't think he would move towards the villain if there was no damage. Because I know he wouldn't cause bash. That's another rule I need to look into. After damage trigger. Let me look into that now. We're on this page. Let me see if it's in T for trigger. Because I never really figured out if trigger occurs if it part of a monster's attack profile indicates an attack effect as part of this attack. Does it happen when there's no damage though? So like if you dodged everything, do you still suffer bash and does he still move? Trigger after damage. I'll just look for after damage now and see if that's listed here. After hit. After damage. An attack trigger found in some monster AI attack profiles. If there are any successful hits in the attack, resolve all damage from all hits in the attack roll. Apply damage to hit location. Then apply this trigger's attack effect. If there is no damage dealt from the attack, do not apply this effect. Okay. I didn't think it was the case. So he won't move because there's no damage. I just was starting to second guess myself because it's one of those rules that, you know, I've read it initially when I was learning the game and then I sort of committed to memory, but I don't remember why. So he won't do that. He will do Zeal twice because we're making up for the mistake last time. So he's going to perform basic action. He will target the villain, move and attack. So if I do this, he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's right here. And then he'll do it again. He'll be about here, and he will be attacking Ruto. Hope he doesn't knock me down or anything. So a 3, a 4, a 6, a 7. Pardon me for the burp. I have 4 evasion on her. So he hits on 6s. That's 2 hits he has. Let's see where it's happening. Now I am the villain. I am doomed. So taking 2 to the head and 2 to the body. We're okay. But I need to get rid of villain on her, definitely. So, our turn. Alright, I've been through a lot of cards. I don't think I should attack anymore without scrying first for the trap. So, Ike will stand up. He was knocked down on our turn. For Roar will go first. And we'll scry the hit location. So, the Valiant Buckle. Cavernous Heart. Oh, he's got a death blow. Bladed Parry. Okay. Failure. Turn to face the attacker. The monster gains 2 toughness until the end of the attack. You know what? I can do this first because I'm going to move her over and we can shoot that with a single shot. And maybe break through. Valiant Buckle. Cancel if there's any noisy gear in the grid. Death Blow. The Lionite is defeated at this location by a survivor wearing the hideous disguise rare gear. We don't have that. Okay, I won't read the rest of that then. We don't have hideous guys. I don't know what a hideous disguise is. It's probably from him. Probably get it from him. It's my bet, because I don't think that's in the core set. I apologize if you guys hear noise. There's like... Let me take a look outside. We got trucks doing shit. There's like tree cutter trucks cleaning up the mess they made earlier. I think trees were being troublesome or a danger to the power line, so they just cut some down out front of our house. We have a lot of trees around our house, and a lot of them are like old and dying and probably termite infested, so it is kind of hazardous. We've had to cut down quite a few for safety reasons. Anyway, all 3 of these locations are safe to wound, so I'll just put them up in this order. I can actually do a normal bow shot. Alright, so that was Favor. And we're gonna have Favor go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over here. Ruto, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. No, she needs to dash. Ruto can't dash. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll shoot the regular bow profile. Do get 2 hits. I don't think the 3 hit. We have 2 accuracy, so yeah, we hit on 4s. That'll be the bladed parry and the valiant buckle. So the parry's not so bad. This one's better than the last one was. We only get a 5, so we do fail. So he'll turn to face the attacker. He'll probably look all staunch. And then he'll get +2 toughness until the enemy attacks. So we have to beat a 12 now instead of a 10. Which shouldn't be too hard to do. Natural crit. Ding! All survivors gain 1 survival. Roll 1d10. On a 6+, the Lion Knight is knocked down. Okay. We cause the wound. Ooh, we got a 9. So we actually knocked him down. That arrow went straight through his buckle. So we caused the wound. We all gain a survival. Which is pretty nice for these guys who don't get it back. The other 2 have been doing really well. Alright. Since he's knocked down, this is honestly the best chance. Toadette can't reach. God damn it. Alright, Toadette will go next. 1, 2, 3. We will dash. One, 2. And then we will take villain and give her ruler. Alright. These damn tokens don't like to fall flat when you pick them up. So she's the ruler again. And now we're the villain. We're doomed. Okay. Can't spend survival. Ike is in prime position to do more damage. Actually, Ike's in prime position to kill him. Okay, let's go for it. 2, 3, 4, 5. We will swing with the Zanbato. I hope I don't hit a super dense location. Maybe I should shoot the arrow instead. Oh, right. This one is safe. The next one I'm going to shoot the arrow, though. So I get an 8. That will be not a crit, right? It doesn't matter here. There's no crit. Oh! Never mind. I was about to say I should have waited a turn, scried the death blow back. But it doesn't matter. We don't have the hideous disguise. Never mind. I'll surge. I'll get that back. I will use the single shot of the bow instead. We hit on 3s because he's knocked down. We actually lose an accuracy, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Stage fight. Okay. Let's see if I can kill him right here, right now. Get a 2. 2 and 6 is 8, 9, 10. We did get 10. So good job, us. He will be killed. I don't think the reflex happens on the lethal blow. So we won't lose armor points. Ike is the killer of the Lion Knight. Let's find out what happens. Nice fight. Level 1 Lion Knight's not so bad. If you guys want to go in and get them. But remember, when you go in, you're forced to fight the other 2 forms. Okay. First time you defeat the Lion Knight, gain the Lion Knight badge rare gear. let's go get that. Should be in here somewhere. Zoom out. Lion Knight badge. There's so much rare gear. I wish. There's the hideous disguise. Lion Knight badge. And I just saw his claws there. Apparently you can get his claws too. We don't get much rare gear. Anyway, +1 accuracy at the start of Showdown. Get a tactics card. It's not too bad. It's kind of nice. I'll just leave it here for now. Okay. +1 Hun XP, +1 weapon proficiency if eligible. Trigger the following story events according to monster level. So intermission. Alright. So bow goes up. Can delete this. Unfortunately, my monster claw won't go. Not monster claw. I keep calling it that based on what was it, Dixie's monster claw style. Our fist and teeth won't go up this ramp. That's okay. And then intermission. So let's see. Intermission. If the survivors were defeated, we weren't. Is there like 2 of these? Aha. The showdown ends. The Lion Knight resumes its repose. So yeah, he's not dead. If the survivors were victorious, suddenly the Lion Knight is standing in the same place it was when it first appeared in the settlement, wearing a gleaming black mask that drains the light from everything around it. The Lion Knight's retinue scurries out onto the stage, hunched over in a single file. One carries a blade, the second a gold vessel, and the last her enormous tome. Before anyone has a chance to react, they are upon the survivor that defeated the Lion Knight. Oh dear God. Why? Lose the stoic statue innovation and gain the black mask innovation. Add places everyone to the timeline 4 years from now. Nominate the survivor that dealt the killing blow and roll 1d10. Oh God, he can die! No! I didn't know this was a thing. I would have let War kill him. Like, the boss man. Alright, we're just not going to roll a 1 or a 2. So before I look at the rest of that, lose the stoic statue. So this goes back into the innovation. Here, I'm pretty sure we can't get that back. Because I read up the rules on white mask, black mask. There's 2 of these. Black mask. We have the black mask innovation. We can visit the retinue and perform strange caravan. Or we can face the monster, roll 1d10. It senses your hostile intent, skins you instantly. Gain a skull basic resource. Wait, it doesn't kill anybody though? Your head explodes in gore, you're dead. Gain 1 question mark resource. Why the fuck would I ever come to this thing? Its unfeeling gaze leaves you breathless. You awake hours later and gain the legendary lungs, secret fighting art. I don't know what legendary lungs does, but doesn't it seem like there's 1,000 different ways to get it? Like the Gorm gives it to you, this gives it to you. I'm pretty sure there's 2 other things that gave it to you. Even the Kingsman gave it to you, right? Didn't he give it to you if you survived his steps and shit and you focused breathing super hard? Alright, so we have the black mask. Add places, everyone. That should already be here. Yeah, so 4 years. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. I guess this is going to supersede that Nemesis encounter, so we're going to be forced to go fight the Lion Knight instead. Alright, before I continue, and I apologize for this, but I wanted to go through the settlement phase all in one go, and I need to use the restroom real quick. So I'm going to insert an annotation if I remember to do that. Ask you guys to just jump ahead in the video. I apologize, but I gotta use the bathroom right now. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. Do a nice Nintendo Capri Sun intro there. So, I apologize again for the delay. I really had to take a shit! I was thinking about it. Now, I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with editing videos real simply. I did it at the beginning of the Manhunter video, but unlike doing it before I started the fight there, because I edited out my bathroom trip, I don't want to do an edit now. And in this kind of a game, in Kingdom Death, I feel like the authenticity can be very easily taken away. And I want to keep the authenticity as much as possible. So doing an edit, even though all I would do is edit me out going to the bathroom, because I'm an honest guy, just for the authenticity of the video. You know, I have a dice roll for Ike's fate right here, right now, so I wanted to keep it all as one. So you guys know for sure. We rolled an 8, and I didn't, reload 1,000 times to do that. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A grotesque mask is produced from the vessel. Trembling, you realize you have no choice but to put it on. Gain the hideous disguise. Rare gear. So, he does give us the hideous disguise. Nice. That was over here somewhere. Hideous disguise. Accessory. Cursed. So it's attached to Ike forever, huh? Oh, damn it. Gain 1 strength. At the start of the showdown, you are fighting the Lion Knight. Choose your roll card. Oh. Okay. Item, mask, bone, other. That kind of sucks. He can't wear armor sets anymore, so I guess Ike has just become a support. Luckily for me, now I think this is true because this is the aftermath. We're in the settlement, I think. I don't think I would lose an item. This is attached to him, but I should be able to edit stuff. Correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I would sacrifice the rawhide headband, but since this is the aftermath, I think we're free to replace gear while he gains that. Because it doesn't say add it to your gear grid now, or anything. Let me just double check first. It also has the rule accessory on the bottom. So I want to see what accessory does. So I don't know if, does anything else have accessory like this? No, that's unique. Accessory. Gear special rule. Accessory gear may be worn in addition to armor on him. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, let me double check Cursed just to see. Cursed. So you can wear armor. Cursed. The gear cannot be removed from the gear grid for any reason if the survivor dies. Archive the gear. Right, okay. So I think we're fine. I don't think I lose this. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Luckily Ike didn't die. What was the other result here? One seizes you by the arm while another cleanly severs it at the shoulder with one soundless chop. The last gingerly places the bloodied limb inside the vessel. Suffer the dismembered arm severe injury. No blood flows from the wound. That's so stupid. Why did they make winning so bad in this game sometimes? It's win hard enough or don't win at all. Because you would die if you won. I won't spoil the lose intermission because, when we fight the level 2 or 3-1, I think the level 2 will be fine. So let's see. Level 2 is going to be in 4 years. He only has a few more advanced cards and 12 toughness instead. He also has drama lessons, whatever that is. And then all the terrain events, which I'll have to read what they all do. It's the level 3 one that might be dangerous, but he doesn't seem so bad. He's like the Manhunter. Because you're forced to fight him, he's not as insanely overpowered as, say, the Kingsman. At least I hope he's not. Okay, so we did the intermission. I suppose that's it. I know my dog's barking. I can't do anything about that. I won't read the other stories. So, with that, we are returning survivors. We did the story. I'll put all his stuff away later. Oh, come on. I'm gonna try to get her to listen to me. Just barking at my mom entering the door. Alright, we return. I'm sure you can hear her yelling too. We had Tinker on somebody. Yeah, we have Tinker and Ike. And he's the only Tinker. So we get the extra endeavor. I chose Elder Council for our settlement event this time around. So let me just clear off damage that anybody sustained before I forget. And I guess I'll put the roll cards away. It looks like no one took damage, which is nice. Okay. So yeah, Elder Council. The elders of the settlement gather to reminisce over their hard-won scars. Count the total number of hunt XP among all survivors. Add the bonuses. Consult the table. So we don't have saga or sacrification. We do have... No, I don't think we do have records. I just got records. So we get 1d10. But yeah, we don't have saga. We don't have sacrification. And you know what sucks about this line? The knight, he should give you basic resources, like as a gift. His caravanners give you some resources, because I'm in another situation where, well, if I want to innovate, I can. I have excess resources, and if I want to grind a dung beetle knight for his gear, which I think I do, I might. I think I do want to innovate this year. I wish I could get rid of these things. This counts as an iron, which is cool, but the red vial is so useless. You can't take it out without a satchel from the knight. Forest knight. Or flower knight. What am I doing here? Right, we're doing this. I need to count XP. So, this might take a minute. 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17... 18, 19, 20, 21. And let me see. 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Yeah, I'm hoping I don't get too much more. I want the Beast of Sorrow. Okay. 35. Still 35, 36, and 1d10 for records. 37, 38. Okay, I think that's good. Yeah, 21 and 50. All right, so -1 endeavor. Definitely will do that. This is what I wanted. One of the elders recalls a story about a bizarre lion that met on a dangerous hunt. The monster was mourning, and in its paw held a tattooed human hand. Add the Beast of Sorrow to your quarry list. You will find its rules on the Legendary Monster Story event page. You may now hunt this monster. Yes, we got screwed out of this last time, if I recall. But now we can fight the Beast of Sorrow. And from what I understand, he's one of the best things to farm because he's not too much worse than the level 2 lion. And he is, yeah, he's very killable. And he provides good rewards. So that is the Elder Council. That's what we put on top after the Manhunter. Whatever occurred that I chose my settlement event for next year, I forget. So that occurred. No one died. We'll update the timeline. Welcome to Lantern Year 16. Now, normally, before doing story events, I would... Oh god, we gotta fight the Manhunter again. I have no time to grind anything! So, normally I would do the settlement phase as a separate episode, but I'm gonna get through all these story events right now. I think I'm going to do the settlement phase right now, too. So, first things first. The Hooded Knight. So, we have to do the Hooded Knight story event. Once again, the Hooded Knight is back in town. This is timeline. No. Oh, this is a milestone, right? Because he comes from a milestone. A stranger emerges from the darkness. Nobody has the fucking Twilight Sword, so... Mysterious agenda. What'll he do this time? Wow, perfect 10. 10! The Hooded Knight seems disturbed. If Settlement has records, roll 1d10. We do have records. Got a 7. 4+. If you haven't triggered Nemesis Encounter Watcher, move it back 5 years on the timeline. Huh. Do I do that in conjunction with this? Because the normal 10 for this stuff, I think I only do this. I'm not sure though. What do you call these things? I think we just do this. So the Hooded Knight seems disturbed. See, I wanted this because he'll give you a tattered parcel into the hands of a returning survivor with the most hunt XP, and then he leaves with unfinished business. But you get the Twilight Sword from the tattered parcel. And that's how you can duel him. This is the only way you get the Twilight Sword. But if he does this instead, he's not coming back because he's disturbed. So the Nemesis encounter with the Watcher just got pushed back 5 years. If I'm not mistaken, that makes it harder to fight if I don't bring that back forward. It also complicates things. So, Nemesis Watcher was pushed back 5 years. Here's the reason why I wonder if we still get this stuff in conjunction with that. And this is another one of those rules that I never bothered to verify. It's because when you do intimacy, this is the best example. When you do intimacy, for 7 and 8, you gain the 1 population. It says if you have bed, he also gains 1 permanent strength. It applies both of these. But for 10, it specifically states a special child is born instead. And so one of the things I've never verified is, when you have a colored event, do you do this normally, or do you do this in conjunction with the normal effects? And the thing is, I don't know where to go in the rule book to verify that. Like, what would it be under? Story events? Let me look at story events, or S. Maybe just E. Let me look for events first. Event damage, event revealer. No. Story. ST story event. An event which impacts the settlement survivors. Common triggers include stuff. When book appears, trigger the story event by turning to the appropriate page in the rulebook and following the instructions. Oh man, I need to look this up. This is something I've been curious about for a real long time. Let me get another example. Remember when we were in a dung beetle night and we went spelunking? Let me get his spelunking page back up for reference. Spelunking of Death. This tells you attempt a trial of valor. Alright, let me look at someone else's event. Who's a good one? The fucking Armored Strangers would be a good one. So, minor spoiler alert here. No, the Armored Strangers isn't a good one. The Hand was a good one. Regal Visit. Yeah, because he's got this stuff. So, like, say I got a 5, 6, or 7. If the settlement has the Guidepost innovation, the Hand demonstrates sophisticated fighting arts. Gain one weapon mastery of your choice and add it to your settlement. So something like that. Would he do the Rampage still? Let's see. He draws his sword. He cleaves the Lantern Oven. 4 survivors asunder. Suffer minus sword pop. Turn Lantern Oven to the innovation deck. Challenge the Hand to avoid this loss. If you got 2 or 3, the settlement has the Accept the Darkness Society principle. The Hand presents 2 infants to the kneeling survivors. You gain 2 population. Like, does that happen after? I never bothered to check if they both occur. And in this one, if we have the survival of the fittest, knee life principle, the Hand's voice sounds in all of the survivors' heads. None can recall what happened, but each feels profoundly changed. No endeavor may be spent this settlement phase. All living survivors gain a permanent strength. So would that happen in conjunction with this? A warble trapped in their throat as their chest burst open, expelling their organs, killing them. Oh my god. Like, I don't know. Because I need to know, what I'm going to do is say... I don't know. Alright, I'm going to have to do research online to verify if that occurs. So, to remind me, I'm just going to put the Hooded Knight over here for the time being. I'm going to see if I get a Twilight Sword. And then I'll know in the future if these events occur in conjunction with this, or if they only do this instead. So I'll get back to you guys on that. I don't particularly care about the Twilight Sword. It'd be cool to have. Let's move on to the next event, though. We have another Bone Witch to utilize, because she's back. The exiled person who I forget who we even exiled, or if we even exiled anyone, but all non-death returning survivors gain 3 insanity. Insane returning survivors are inexorably drawn to the Bone Witch and must endeavor at the witch camp. Otherwise, during the settlement phase, any survivor may endeavor at the witch camp if they choose. Oh right, this wastes my thing because it makes you insane, and then there goes all of my endeavors. So I can't endeavor this year anyway. Do I have anything that prevents insanity gain? Like anything at all? I hate the Bone Witch so fucking much. I wish it would stop coming back. How do you prevent this from coming back? I would have to... all 4 people would have to roll a 5 or higher. Alright, let's do this one at a time. Uto, Bone Witch. She rolled a perfect 10. If we have guidepost, we do not. Bone Witch spends whispers of the horrors and wonders she has seen, arming you with valuable wisdom. Gain 2 insanity, 1 understanding, and homing instinct ability. Alright. Uh-oh. 43 instead of 44. There's an ability missing from here. Tell me it's a core ability. That'd be great. 4, 5, 6. It's not. Ooh. Ooh. Well, abilities you never get randomly, so if I ever stumble upon the ability that I forgot to copy and paste, I'll make sure I fix that. I'll look over my past videos too and see if I can fix it, because I know there's 44 in this deck. That's okay. When we come for the ability, it's not as big a deal. If I come across it and I don't see it present, I know what to get out of the extras box. So, where do I get the homing instinct? Gotta be really good about copying these cards back in. I didn't mean to put that there. Okay, Ike. Come on, guys. It'd be nice to never see the Bone Witch again. Just saying. Just saying. Get a 6. Okay, good. Bone Witch mutters of the alluring embrace of the awaiting darkness. Stories stir strange yearnings in your bones. For being a patient listener, she offers to teach you something for the cost of 1d5 bone resources. If you spend the resources, gain the extra sense, fighting art, and 3 survival. I'm just gonna look. 3 resources? I don't even have 3 bones. I only have 2. Alright. For Roar gets a 3, so Bone Witch will be back. Secrets of the dark should not be seen. Last thing you see are the witch's outreached claws reaching for your eyes. Your eyes are scarred. Oh, this is how I lost accuracy. Add Bone Witch to the timeline 3 years from now. Good fucking Christ, help me. We're not going to be prepared to win this game, but that's okay. We'll at least make it to the Watcher, I hope. Alright. So, Favor got gimped. Though she got really empowered. And... Right, I have to mark this down. What did I say on Captain Falcons? I think I just said Bone Witch 2 to 4. To mark that they got that result at least once in case they do it again. And then we need Toadette. She rolled a 6, so we can yell at Favor for failing us. I'm not gonna get extra sense fighting art. So, we're just a patient listener. Ah, damn it, Favor. Alright, so Bone Witch is done. Next event. Secret Meeting, Dung Beetle Night. This, I have no idea what's going to happen. It's the Black Harvest. Secret Meeting. Part 1. Nominate the survivor with the least hunt XP and follow Part 1. Well, there's a tie between our 2 new girls, Din and Mia. Does anyone else have less hunt XP? They all had hunt XP. So, evens, odds. Evens. Din. Din is nominated. You're having a secret meeting. Once there was a boy that made friends with a monster. They often met in secret and played many games. The monster was very important to the boy, and he told no one about it. Why do you like to come and play? The boy asked the monster. Well, said the monster, my mind is very old. I have forgotten most of my life, and soon I will remember nothing at all. Does it hurt? Asked the boy. I'm assuming we replace all instances of boy with girl. Yes, replied the monster. You help me to remember my life, and that brings me comfort. Will you always come and play? I promise, whenever I remember. The nominated survivor gains 1 understanding, the secretive disorder. Add secret meeting part 2 to the timeline 1 plus 1d5 years from now. Let's do that first. 1 plus 5, 6 years from now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Secret meeting with Dung Beetle. Secret meeting. Yeah, DBK story event. I'll just say, but to you. Alright. You got 1 understanding. I'm just gonna say secretly met with a monster. So 1 understanding, secretive fighting art or disorder. What was it? Disorder. Okay. So that wasn't so bad. I don't know if we're gonna get to finish this event. We'll see. Secretive. Alright. So Din here is she can go out once and then she gets busy and must skip the next hunt. Speaking of which, no one's in there. Good. Okay, so that was that. And the final event today, we have to depart. It says special showdown manhunter. Let me double check, because I'm hoping I get a normal hunt after this. Actually, if it says special showdown, let me look in the rules here. And it's a nemesis year. Would that mean I fight the manhunter and then I have to choose a nemesis encounter? Because that would apply for the Lion Knight too on year 19. Oh dear God. This campaign is so complicated because of all the DLC or expansion content. Sorry for calling it that. Special showdown. Interrupt the settlement phase after they conclude. Regardless of victory or defeat, settlement phase continue. Oh yeah, it is. Alright, let me just see if I have to depart for him or if it is a special showdown. When did we get these events? I'm pretty sure it was here. Add special showdown manhunter to the following years. Okay, so that is going to interrupt my phase. Well, then I need to know something about this Lion Knight. Was he a special showdown? Because I got ahead of myself if I did. Uninvited guest, we did. Places everyone. No, this is different. This is must depart for special showdown. Oh, fuck. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm not as screwed as I thought I was, but we're going to be really busy. So I did not remember the special showdown rules. So here's what happened. after we fought the Lion Knight, because he's a special showdown, we're still on year 15. Or was it 16? No. Yeah, we're still in year 15, because I just moved everything off of 16. 3 years later for the Bone Witch. So here's what I'm going to do. All of the story event results that happened did happen. Shit, how am I going to do this? Because what's the matter is I fought the Lion Knight, but he's a special showdown. I was supposed to go on a normal hunt afterwards. I was supposed to do this for the Manhunter last time, too. But that's too far back. I can't fix that one. But I can fix this one. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get my hunt. Especially since I'm going to need it. Not getting resources constantly will kill this campaign. So I'm going to do the year 15 hunt. Nobody was told to skip a hunt. So after the Lion Knight Special Showdown, before the year progressed, before I did any of these events, what I'm trying to say is I want all these events to stay. I don't want to redo any of them. But before I move on to year 16, we're going to get my hunt in for year 15. I'm not going to get the hunt in for the first time we fought the Manhunter on 14 because I did not pay attention. Or wait, no, I got my hunt in for the Manhunter. We fought the Dung Beetle Knight afterwards, right? So the Lion Knight's the same case. So here's what I'm gonna do. To prevent the possible death of any of these characters, so that the story events couldn't happen to them after the Lion Knight. No, fuck. I'm thinking about the Bone Witch. The Bone Witch is the biggest problem. Let me think for a minute. Come on, puppy. Help me think. Help me think. Okay. I'm gonna have to do some fixing. So here's what happens. -3 insanity. I think she rolled the +2 insanity because she critted. Let me get the Bone Witch up. We're going to undo the Bone Witch. And there's a reason why. As soon as I get my thoughts together, I will explain why. The Bone Witch occurs to returning survivors. Since the year didn't advance, she wouldn't happen to this party unless I sent this party out on the next hunt too. Which I don't mind doing. But I might change the members up a little bit. Because I would like to get Ruto out. She's doing well. So I'll probably send her again. I'll probably send Ike again because he's almost grand weaponing. But like for Roar, I might switch. So for Roar, whoops, this should be at +1. We're going to undo that. This should be at 1. Undo her thing she got. You get -3 insanity. I think you got 2. You listened to the story and then Ike listened to the story. You get -3 insanity and you get -3 insanity. So I'm undoing the Bone Witch. She doesn't happen yet. Because it's not technically year 16. But here's what I'm going to keep. So I'm going to leave this here just so I remember. We'll keep the settlement event occurrence. Because that wouldn't really change. The only thing is I would get I would get 4 extra hunt XP, but our number was 38, so we'll still be within 21 to 50. And even if I re-roll the dice for records, it'll be the same. Because getting a 10 will be like 48. So I'm going to keep... this occurs next year, but we unlocked the Beast of Sorrow. I think that's fine. We're going to fight the Manhunter next year in conjunction with a second nemesis, because that's what's being told to us here, which would probably be the Butcher or the Lonely Tree, because I don't want to fight the other things. Oh, right, and I forgot to add Manhunter here. But he's year-based, so I won't give him a number. So we have to do that. The Bone Witch probably will, occur 3 years later, but I'm going to leave it here because it won't apply to these guys. It'll apply to whoever I send out for our hunt. So we'll redo the Bone Witch. As for the Hooded Knight, I'm going to keep the Hooded Knight's result, and I'm going to look into that because the Hooded Knight occurred. I'll also keep the Dung Beetle Knight's result, which means no matter what, I won't take Din, so that Din still has the lowest hunt XP. In fact, I could take Mia and force the thing. And since that was a special showdown with the Lion Knight, we didn't gain any endeavors for that. This also means, now that I know the Bone Witch is happening again, I'm probably going to take a bunch of people with Tinker along so I can get the extra endeavors, because I'm going to need them. And since the settlement event does happen first, before Bone Witch, one of the endeavors will have to be spent to do this. So if I don't take Tinker people with me, only 3 people will have to do the Bone Witch, but then I won't be able to innovate or anything. Okay, so I think that corrects the game. And that'll end this episode. So thanks for bearing with me. I definitely need to do some fixing there. I was getting worried about all these nemesis fights because none of them provide resources, but now that I understand it's a special showdown, I still get my hunt. I'm going to get my hunt for after the Lion Knight. So we're on year 15 still. I might fight the Dung Beetle Knight again and start farming the Dung Beetle Knight, in all honesty. And then I'm going to need endeavors to do the thingity thing. So I might do that. Could fight the Phoenix again. I can't fight the Beast of Sorrow. He's not unlocked yet. I'm still not comfortable with tackling the Lion God. Otherwise, I would just do like a level 2 of one of these things. Maybe a level 1 Phoenix. I don't know if I want to tackle a level 2 Phoenix. So I'll think about it. It's probably going to be a Dung Beetle Knight, because I think I want to try for the Dung Beetle Knight armor set and give that a shot. So we do have that over here. The rolling armor. Alright, I'm just making sure. Did I undo everything? There were 4 events here. So Bone Witch, Hooded Knight, which I put here. I'm going to look into the Hooded Knight, see if I do get a Twilight Sword. That would be next year, though, that I would get a Twilight Sword. Or I just have to re-roll it, because the Hooded Knight event would be with different people. So I'd probably have to re-roll this, too. Shit, I was really happy he didn't kill anybody this year. Let me put this token away. So we're still in year 15. I'll probably redo the Hooded Knight. I'll also look into how story events in this game work. We'll redo the Bone Witch. We'll fight the Manhunter. The only thing I won't redo is the Dung Beetle Knight secret meeting. We'll leave that result since the only thing it did was give a disorder to the lowest Hunt XP person, so I won't use Din in this coming battle. Anyway, yeah, once again, thanks for putting up with me. This was a crazy settlement phase while I figured that out. So, next time, I think we'll hunt a Dung Beetle Knight again. Thanks for watching, everybody.